But we got to jump into the Detroit Lions. Beat the Cowboys.
Yes.
You're going to be down at Jerry's World. You get the opportunity to exercise some demons. We keep asking, man, why do we have to go back to Jerry's World? We just played them. We always get holes when we're there. But you know what? We talk about this squad being narrative busters. We talk about Dan Campbell being able to go out there and say, you know what? We're nothing like the past. We've rewritten it. But one thing we haven't been able to solve is Jerry's World and the freaking Cowboys, man. Look, and maybe beating the Seahawks is a good omen towards this. But I'm sorry. I know we're supposed to talk about our keys to victory. The Lions are just a better team. Just beat the brakes off the Cowboys.
Yeah.
And I know we're going to get a lot more granular.
Oh, no, but they are the better team, 100%. And they're the healthier team. More on that in just a second. But KG.
What up?
What are some of your keys to the Lions winning on Sunday?
Micah Parsons might not play in this game, and if he does not, run the effing football. Do what you do best. Line them up. You're going to have Frank Ragnow back in the lineup. Line them up. Let Gibbs go crazy. Let Monty go crazy. And then, once you got that defense all softened up, then go with the play action. Make plays here and there. But this doesn't need to be like a Jared Goff game or an air raid by any means. Stick to running the football and go at, pretty much what's been one of their weaknesses is running right at that defense. And, they can't run the ball. So also the Lions are very good at stopping the run. So I expect the Lions front four to do damage in this game. I don't know if Hutch gets a sack or not, but even if he doesn't, I expect that interior D-line to really show itself, man. DJ Reader, he's starting to, come into his own a little bit. Aleem McNeil is there as well. Stop the run, because you gonna let Ezekiel Elliott kill you?
No.
Absolutely not.
There's no chance.
Yeah.
But Dak has an opportunity to if you let him. And that's why I'm like, you know what? If they can't run the ball, you got to stop the run. But maybe you do something where you drop a little bit more into coverage, because I trust in the forefront. I trust in what Aiden Hutchinson has been able to do to get home.
Yeah.
If you can do that, I believe that you can put the Cowboys into some type of Honolulu Blue hell. Like, just straight up.
Yeah.
JB Smooth, what about you, brother? Keys to victory.
Keys to victory, I got to agree with KG on this one, because I do believe Micah Parsons and a few other defensive players for the Cowboys are out right now. So soften this team up with the run with Monty and Gibbs, the two-headed monster. Hell, they've already gone on socials talking about how they're Sonic and Knuckles back-to-back. So that's definitely a combination right there. You've also had a week off, so Ben Johnson has to have something schemed up for this offense as well, too, which I think is going to thrive in a dome once again where Jared Goff loves to play at. So once again, run the ball, then let Jared Goff soften you up in the secondary.
I think you guys pretty much hit it. I'm just going to further what you guys said. The Cowboys have a bottom 10 run defense in the NFL.
Yeah.
They're going up against the best O-line and the best running back duo. I believe that the Detroit Lions rushing attack is going to eat the Cowboys alive. I don't think they're going to know what hit them. I think it's going to be something like 150 yards at minimum on damn near 5 yards per carry. I know that's a big ask, but given how bad the Cowboys are at stopping the run and how good the Lions are at running the football behind that O-line with Monty and Gibbs, I think that it's very, very, very achievable, and I think they'll have the lead. So they'll stick to the run. And Ben Johnson has learned this year something he's already known, that if you stick to the run, you win the game, because nobody can stop it on a consistent basis.
I got a question, because I've seen this already in the chat a couple times, okay? The refs. Are you guys worried or concerned at all about the refs in Jerry's World? I just got to ask that just because I see it popping up here. I have not considered it, and I know that it played a huge role in last year's game, but
shit in all day meetings, really.
Yeah, honestly.
But that's where I'm like, if you're going to beat them, then don't you have to expect that. You have to expect that and rise above it at this point in time.
I want to be clear. I'm usually not somebody who blames the refs. Sometimes I cringe a little bit when...
That's because you root for the Chiefs and you get all the flags your way.
Every single flag. All right,
I'm glad you said it, Chase.
We're not talking about the Chiefs, but I can give you numerous examples of when the Chiefs actually didn't get the calls. But we're not talking about the Chiefs. Nobody wants to hear about that. We can have that discussion another day, maybe later on in the show. But what I was going to say is that when it came to last season, that was one where I even was like, bro, I'm not going to say that the Lions actually won the game, but they did take the lead with 20 seconds left, and the refs stole the game from them. That's what happened. And that's me saying it. So yes, I think at this point, if you're the Lions, you have to leave no doubt. I'm not saying you got to go in there and win 40-0. I'm just saying if there's a chance that the refs can play a role, what evidence do you have that they won't at this point?
Yeah, big facts.
At this point, you just have to leave no doubt. And one of the ways that you can leave no doubt, along with bludgeoning the Cowboys on the ground, is that, have you seen the Cowboys injury report?
Yes,
you guys
man.
mentioned it before, but it's worse than you think for them, not for us. They're IR right now. Brandon Cooks,
Yeesh.
probably their second best receiver. DeMarcus Lawrence, the bookend pass rusher to Micah Parsons and a multiple-time Pro Bowler. Deron Bland, who hasn't played yet this season and was an all-pro last year, was an interception machine, a pick-six machine at that. Sam Williams hasn't played at all this year, won't play at all this year, was one of their rotational pass rushers. Jordan Phillips is on IR. He was one of the rotational defensive line pieces. They picked him up from Buffalo in the offseason. And Marshawn Nealand, their promising rookie. All on IR. That's not questionable. That is injured freaking reserve. They for sure won't play. Let's look at their questionable list. Eric Kendricks, their linebacker. Trayvon Diggs, their other corner opposite Deron Bland. And we know Deron Bland's not playing. And, of course, arguably their best player, it's either him or CD Lamb, Micah Parsons. All of those three guys are questionable, and none of them have been practicing this week. And that's along with the 6 that are on injured reserve. You can't feel sorry for teams. You just got to hit them where it hurts, kind of kick them while they're down. Because the Lions, on the other end, they're getting Frank Ragnow back. They're getting Brian Branch back. They've got some injuries themselves. You know, Derek Barnes, Marcus Davenport.
Kirby Joseph with the hamstring.
Kirby Joseph is questionable and, like, iffy. But I think the Lions got it way easier in terms of the health range than the Cowboys do, because the Cowboys might be missing damn near all of their best players, especially defensively. Lions got to exploit that, and I think they will.